On this side of the bathroom, today I decided to make a temporary shower area because I'm going to be having family over this summer, and also I'm going to be needing a shower. I know I'm going to eventually have to remove this and, shift it around, but I need to utilize this area. This is a really easy shower to set up. This is from my parents' basement. They're renovating stuff down there, and it's just pretty much a cheap, plastic thing. So this is going to work a little better just because it's a little more comfortable for people who are not used to just, like a camping shower or something. I want to accommodate a little bit better. So it's pretty self-explanatory, but I just took a couple of those center boards, took them out, and so the drainage can go through. Just got to figure out the drainage adapting whatever that is, so whatever sizes they are to adapt to whatever hole that is down there. So I had to come up with my own little drainage system, and that's just going to go right over. I'll secure it in place with, I don't know, something. Doesn't have to be much. And I was trying to figure out the best way of situating this, but I decided I'm going to have the access point to be right over there, so you could access it here. So there's no having to go way around here and putting down mats and carpets and all that. So be more convenient. You could have a towel here, and so I had to figure out the water supply here. Just had to temporarily rig it up there, and I'm going to utilize my tankless water heater. Got the drain hooked up. Pretty simple concept. Drain right into that pipe down there, and I don't really have this screwed on. I could do that if I wanted, but it's going to do just as good just sitting in there like that. It'll just sit. Not a big deal. Starting to take shape a little bit. Got to make some repairs there. Alright, it's pretty much set up. I made my little access area. It's just a moment of truth, really, I think. Turning on the water. Just a couple more hookups. This is my the water heater I used for a little bit, and it was working. Just started using the one in my tiny house. That's why I didn't use this one. I'm just hoping it nothing broke inside there. I don't know how chintzy this thing is or what kind of planned obsolescence is designed into it yet, but just gotta check my little fittings here. At least those are done. I think I should be good. Alright, I'm gonna try this. Let's see. Main water source, this one. All water stopped, so good so far. Still have to repair that, but no big deal. sound like the water stopped. That's good. Feels like it's holding. Well, I gotta tighten that little guy right there, but there it is. Boom. Nice. Yeah, I gotta see what that's doing there. Well, water's flowing and it's going down the drain. It's the first good test, I think. Let's try the cold. Gotta stabilize some stuff there, of course. It's not working, is it? Yeah, that little area right there. This is an old shower head anyway, so I really don't care. Basically, it's working. I could easily replace that. I'm just gonna tighten some things down. But I gotta test this water heater. So we got power here. Gonna test it out. I did have to feel around here. There was some. I was gonna feel around, see if there's any wet. Just tied it down. I have to put more Teflon tape here. This one's dry, so I just basically do that around it. I still have to fix that little problem area there, but I'm just gonna see if warm water flows. That's all I'm worried about. So apparently this water heater, it triggers on when there's water flow. So you hear it click. So it is working. And it has goes up in volts. I think these are volts. And it's shut off. Apparently this thing is tripping the breaker here, I think, on that. I think this is like, I want to say 3,000 watts. So it's quite a bit going through that thing. How this works is basically however much you have the water, however fast you have the water flowing is how warm it's going to be. So the slower the flow, the warmer it'll be. So it's kind of, it's not the best heater in the world, but if it's for camping or an RV, I mean, if you're not picky with that, then it's pretty much how that works. So if it's extra cold water from the city, it's going to take a lot more to heat that, if that makes sense. So I figured it's tripping this, and this wire is probably a little thinner than this, so it's not going to handle this type of amperage. So I'll figure I'll run that directly somewhere else. And I've got a little back leak here, and I probably just need to tighten that drain under there. Just gotta work through the bugs here. Alright, one more try. I'm just putting the original shower head that my parents had on there. I'll just test the water, see what it does. Plugged it into a different outlet, a different cord. See what it does. Well, it's feeling warm. It's getting warmer, so it's working all right. To 25 volts. So it's comfortable enough for a shower. I mean, since I turned it up, it's getting colder. It might be too much water coming out of there, so I might have to figure out a shower head that has smaller holes so this doesn't have to flow as much. I'll just give one last scan around just to see the whole thing, but put them on my little towel rack thing, polished it up. Just the little touches that count. Pretty excited that I made this little entryway here. That definitely helps. So I've used the shower once, and I've had to modify the shower head, and I just used my rain head shower head from my gravity fed system, and I ordered another one actually so I could have two for each shower. But I've noticed that these shower heads are pretty handy for my situation. Not only for the gravity fed, the very low pressure water situation, but also for this situation, because I was running into a problem with this configuration. This is just going to have a low flow, very low flow, and then this shower head will fill in and just kind of spread out what little water is going through there. So that's why I'm a really big fan of these now. And it's just really thin. So and just to get the water warm, it just has to be really slow flowing. So this is gonna probably solve that problem. And I'll just turn it on a little bit, just a tiny bit. So that's just like the minimal flow. And then I don't know when that heater kicks on, but I need it. So that's just a little trickle of water flowing through there, and it just spreads it out. I think that's just really awesome. I love that. So with this this situation with this little $50 on-demand heater, it'll just do really well with that little bit of water.